Greetings and salutations. Welcome to this week's episode of Canucks with Guitars. Perfect. I'm your host, Ben. You know that. Why? It's my channel. Name's down there somewhere. It's somewhere between the video and the description of said video. It's somewhere. It's there. I'm sure it's written somewhere. And co-hosting tonight, because Bent Tom is still pretty bent over. He's not doing well. I was just talking to him. He's not doing well. Wishes and positive vibes for Bent Tom. So we've got the co-host with the most, because he is a fellow Canuck. And I just realized I forgot to turn that light on, so I look kind of washed out. We've got Terry's 536 Gs. Oh, look at that. Now it looks like I'm in sunlight this year. Perfect. Whoa. It's kind of bright, eh? We got 22 people already in here. Let's see, who do we have in here? We've got the lovely Sandra in the chat, one of the moderators to these stars, and she takes pity on me once in a while. Awesome. You're more than welcome, Tom. Get in the chat. Not on that messenger, this messenger, please. You know, to let people know you're still breathing. Charles 75N, Martin of L&M Guitar Corner is here, late night in Austria. He was ticked off. He missed last night's show, so he probably set an alarm for tonight. We've got Cushman NYC. We're going to start going back now. We've got Ryan X tuning in from the UK. Another late nighter for him. Perfect. BC Rich 581. We've got Tinkerbell. We've got William De Silva. We have EC Painter. We have GP Page 2. We have the one, the only, Scott Brockway. We have Thomas Santiago. Thomas, wow, this chair creaks when I sing Thomas Santiago song. Wow, okay. We have Thomas. We have Rude Tech Guitar Effects. Awesome. We have, who do we have? Mark Effects, Rody's Jam Cave, LPD Pedals himself, Sir Lawrence of the Pedals, Troy Alcorn, some guy named Terry's 3Gs. Don't know who that is. Moving on. Let's see. Did we get everybody? Vin's RJ, he was in early. Mahogany was in early. Not sure if they're still here. They might be. They could be commenting down below, but I'm well back in the chat. Martin Lemaire. Dwight Bailey. All right. I think. Well, we went back like half an hour, so we're good or so. I don't know. Jim Cobb, hello. First time live show. Well, welcome, Jim. Pull up a chair, grab yourself a big old cup of tone, and we'll have a chat. There's Bent Tom. You're glued to the well, we're mentioning positive vibes, brother. You know, we want you to feel much better very soon. We got Mike Capsimelis. And there's Matthew Stewart. Good to see Matthew Stewart in here. Dan of New Jersey, Michael Easter. Cool Tunes Made Easy. Christian Hunter. Wow, we got 43 folks.
581.
Keith H. And BC Rich 581. Yes.
Dwight Bailey. Charles 75N.
Nice. Fret Level Midnight.
We'll try to get you in one way or another. Other nights.
Oh, well, he's watching the Habs game. Fret Level Midnight's watching the Habs game. Well, sure, whatever. Excuse me. Oh, there's dinner. Perfect. Hey, Ed. Welcome, Ed. Let's see some new names. Every week we get some new cats showing up. This is awesome. So, yes, Q&A live even. That's what we're doing. You supply the Qs. We supply the As. Got a question? You can tag either Terry or myself or both. I don't recommend either. We'll probably miss it. Question marks at the front help. You can stand it with the super chat if you want. They're always welcome. Brad Guitar Miller.
Guitars, bass, computers. Pretty much anything, really.
Yep. We'll even troubleshoot your maracas if you need be. There's not a lot of troubleshooting to be done. There's a hole in it. In the maracas, the beans fell out.
Mainscaping questions? Yeah.
Nice. Dwight Bailey's got a PB&J on the go. Nothing wrong with that.
Nice. Not to be
Yeah, we're
confused
eight.
with the Dan Electro PB&J.
Don't care for Dane Electro.
I think we already established that a long
I just established
time
that
ago.
in 2018, I believe. You go back on the channel, there might have been a rant. What did I have for dinner? I made fish and chips.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Well, fortunately, the key, like if you don't have a deep fryer or an air fryer, because I'm neither, so in the oven, you don't do the fish sticks because they're just fish food. I don't like breaded fish, so I could have, filleted, pan fried or something, but no, PC, that's President's Choice for you non-Canucks. Hey, Q2, it's the brand new Q channel. Dos, it's Q Dos. Pops.
Oh, God.
Yeah, PC does a battered cod bites. So they're basically like the size of chicken nuggets, a little bit bigger, but it's actually batter on them instead of breading.
Yeah.
So you can, and so you just throw them on a sheet with some parchment paper. Don't put them directly on the sheet. Bad things happen. It's a mess. Parchment paper it. Do that. There's one half of the oven. Throw a sheet of fries in there as well. 20 minutes later, you got fish and chips.
Yeah. And a lot easier way to eat fish and chips, too.
Yeah. And believe me, with the family owning a seafood restaurant for a number of years, I don't miss working around deep fryers. What'd you have for dinner, Terry?
I just quickly did a tuna fish sandwich.
There's nothing wrong with tuna fish sandwich.
Nope. I'll probably.
Do you know how often during a show I'll hear a little, during shows, I'll hear a little creak of the old floorboards at times because the old man's going for grabbing himself a snack later in the evening?
Yeah.
And his snack of choice, at least a couple nights a week, Terry, is he likes to crack open a can of tuna fish and have a tuna fish sandwich as an evening snack.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Even tuna.
Which, as you know, I enjoy to have generally a second dinner after my shows for some reason. Work up a powerful appetite doing these shows somehow. I don't know how, but it happens. So quite often I mosey on upstairs, let the old man know, hey, you can use the computer again, boom, and go to the fridge and there's a bowl with a little cellophane on her with some little tuna salad mixed up already. I'm like, oh yeah, get in some of that. See, Eddie Van Haskell's here. Good to see you. Ben Toms enjoys Terry's hair. Perfect.
Thank you very much.
John DeShane, showing our English heritage. Yep.
Oh, you got a question about the strain of the day.
Strain of the day is... Oh, I got a nug on my nose. That smelled like 24G. I did see here. Ed. Welcome, Ed.
I was just going to point that out.
Yeah. Ben, are the smaller squires or Jacksons good for young kids, children's, youngins even? Or should they just learn on a full-size guitar? Well, it depends on their age. The reason I mention that is, I've got a niece who's 7 years old, young Sam. She can't even reach down to do the cowboy chords, so she basically would need a capo to bring everything up so she can reach. See, I'm reaching so far it's off camera, but yeah, she can't. She can't do the full length. So, I would say it seems like most people get into guitar in that 12 to 14 range. And if you make it to age 12, and if you're gangly at all like I was, then definitely go for a full-size guitar.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would buy towards the size. So, if it's a smaller child, then yeah, you probably obviously want to go to 3/4 scale or mini scale. But if it's someone who might be young but is already getting into adult-like sizes, then yeah, you're more than likely better off to be a full-size guitar for sure.
Yeah, because they're not going to shrink. And most of the mini guitars are barely playable, which is always the stupidest thing. Let's get them hooked early. Yeah, why don't you make the best playing, easiest playing guitar possible for a child? Because then they're going to get hooked because they're like, this is awesome. Michael Easter has a question because he has the question marks in the front. Steve from B, we're only going to assume Boston or Bulgaria. Steve from Bulgaria reviewed a Harley Benton. Probably did. That was creeping in the mid-price range. That's true. I wonder if the other manufacturers will take notice. The bang for the buck battles will be getting heated. The 500 US, 600 US range, that's going to be a hotly contested market for a few years. That's your some of your Harley Bentons, your cool vibe Squires, or classic vibe. I always want to call them cool vibe.
They're all classic vibe now. There used to be vintage modified, if you will, but that's changed now.
Yeah.
But to the same point, I would say not for the time being. I don't think Harley Benton, with their mid to upper range stuff, is any type of a threat to the big three or the big companies until Harley Benton makes more. They're already making inroads into us with the consumers or with the good prices. If they keep continually start putting out more mid to high range product with the quality as it has been, and especially with them now getting stuff done by Court in Indonesia, then the big companies will start to make a notice of them. But I think it's still like maybe 2 years. They'd have to penetrate the market for 2 years, if that, before maybe any of the big manufacturers actually.
I think Harley Benton's there. They're on there. I think every guitar company is aware of Harley Benton by now.
Yeah.
And when we've known for a couple of years that they were putting out some decent stuff that was honestly underpriced, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce. Let's see. Culinary is here as well. The Albanian assassin himself. My lovely sister Amanda is here, letting us know that Sam will, in fact, be going to bed in 17 minutes. Just saying. Janice is here.
Cushman asked a question here at 8:09.
What's his question at 8:09?
What do you think of the Epiphone 1959 Les Paul?
I dig them.
I would like to try one myself. I've been wanting to try some of the new Epiphone stuff, but nobody.
That's one of the last ones I tried. I didn't shoot a video on one, but I did try one.
Yeah.
Because I'm at that point where if I don't have time to shoot a video, but I'm in a music store, rare occasion as it is, I'll at least pick up the guitar and noodle on it for a couple of minutes just to get a feel for it in case someone asks like that. Thanks, Michael Easter.
Keith H. asks me at 8:09 too, hey Terry, have you worn out your new guitar yet? No, I'm definitely overdue for playing it some more and
nice.
Finally putting up a demo of it, but I actually think it's been good that I haven't been touching it much because it's given the finish more of a chance to kind of cure and seep in a bit better. And you can kind of see it if I actually, since we're talking about it and we're it's been given the finish a chance to kind of get in a little bit better. But this was all white before. It had gold knobs. And then, of course, I took all this back to whitewash white with tongue oil over top. So it's got a nice kind of worn, aged, kind of yellowish white look to it. But some people like what I've done to the guitar. Other people hate it.
Yeah, it's yours. Do what you want with it.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
End of the day,
hey, Godspeed Super Beast. There's a cool name. I dig that. Wow, we got a bunch of people. Questions and such. Let's see here. Michael Easter asks, do we know the Summer NAMM status? Last I heard, it's still a go in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not planning on going, so I don't exactly have my finger right on the pulse. But I should reach out to some of my compadres down there, find out for sure what's up with that. Mike another Michael after Mike. We got all the mics doing stuff right there. My son got an Epi SG, and the pickups have come out super brittle. What do you recommend to swap out for it? Well, I recommend a set of Canuck Buckers. But in all seriousness, well, the Canuck Buckers are nice. They're basically like a DiMarzio Super Distortion. If you want something a little less output, you can't go wrong with the Lawler PAF styles. I can't remember what they're called. Tom would know. The Lawler makes a really nice PAF style.
Yeah, Aaron,
want something a little hotter. You know, there's the Duncan 59s for your lower output. JB in a 59 is a great combo, a little hotter in the bridge. I like that. Lawler Imperial. Hey, Six String Brian.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wright likes the 490T better than the 498. Yep. All right, you go comb hair, sis. That could be fun.
There's a question from
Ed. Seen good reviews on Sire guitars, Larry Carlton series. Thinking of, wow, chat's just flying. Thinking about one as my next purchase. Any thoughts? I haven't checked those out. Let's check them out together, Terry.
Sure.
Sire guitars. Enter. Who we got? Sire Larry Carlton. All right. Sire USA. Why don't we do that? We go over there. We open that up. Oh, look at that. There's Larry right there, I believe. No, that's not right. Switching up photos. All right. How do we do this? Let's bring this up here. Share. Yeah, that makes sense. Share screen.
Deny.
Yeah. Experience the joy with Sire.
So yeah, Mike was asking about. He said his son got an Epiphone SG, and the pups that have come out super brittle. What do you recommend to swap out for? Oh, that could be anything, Mike. Also depends on what Epi SG. Is it like the really, really base model, or are we talking like a G400 series?
It's a base. It's a base.
Yeah, Sire makes some
Telecaster
really
shaped
pretty
object.
stuff.
The Sire T7 is one Larry Carlton approved T-shaped electric guitar with pure and clear balanced sound. Blah, blah. Okay, yeah. Looks like it's got some compensated brass saddles, I noticed right away. $600, I assume American. That's not a bad price point. Let's see. Okay. That neck's awfully dark. I'm curious what that neck's made out of.
It's probably roasted.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's roasting these days. That's yeah. I don't know how I feel. I don't know about a roasted neck on a telly. Looks a little weird.
Roast, to me, if you're going for that aged look, the roasted is probably best than trying to do like it would be a lot easier than trying to use a stain or a tint to replicate an aged look.
Yeah, but headstocks are never that dark. That's the problem. You know, and the whole fretboard isn't that dark.
Yeah. Hey, Milt T.
What's up, Milt?
Okay, Mike said it's the base model. Mike, to me,
Just check one of these out.
Probably anything from, anything low range. You don't have to actually just put you don't have to put like anything high end in it. If I was to throw out names for pickups, you can get something from Guitar Fetish, Guitar Head Nerds, TNT Customs, which does Dragonfire pickups. It's basically
Scott
whatever's in your
says
budget.
I think they should roast it and then UV bleach it. I like it.
That would be interesting.
Mike Jones likes a medium roast. I dig it. Fad or lasting revolution? I think, you know what? I think is spurred on this roasting of necks all of a sudden Like, where it's all of a sudden come right down into, like, if you can get a Harley Benton with a roasted neck, you can get anything with a roasted neck.
Yeah.
Would it be for the fact that there's no old wood left? So they're fast curing wood? So might as well, if you're going to already fast cure it, just leave it in there a little extra longer to actually candy it? Or roast it, or torify, or everyone's got the various names.
BC Rich saw a used Highway 1 HSS Straton Reverb today, listed for $679 used.
That's not bad.
It has some dings and dents. Yeah, for that price, that's pretty good. And I mean, dings and dents just add character. Especially for the Highway 1 series, which was meant to be like a player's edition, really.
Carbonized. Here's a vulcanized. Hey, Mayhem and Randy Crooks. Well, that's true, Mayhem. Depends. Are those nuts roasted on an open fire? Jack Frost nipping at your nose? I hope not. Spring's here.
I think it's just going to be like a phase. Eventually, probably people are going to be like, okay, there's too many of them, and then want like...
Hey, XMG12. I don't know. I think it'll be just another option. Like a rosewood fretboard as opposed to maple fretboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie, you can just fire up the propane torch. The same torch you used to put the curve in the hockey stick blade. Just roast the neck.
Or if you had a big enough oven.
Yeah, just stick her in the oven. I don't know how long on what setting. If you smell smoke, turn it off.
The only type of oven I think you could probably get away with doing that in with like a guitar neck would probably be like a pizza oven. Because it would have the length and the depth to do it.
Jeffrey Wright just traded an LTD Phoenix, like the 59 in neck. Don't care for the SD custom in the bridge. Any suggestions? What kind of stuff you playing, Jeffrey? Petrified necks are next. I like it. Very long wait times. That's true, Michael Cruz. That's very true. Very long wait times.
My neck is Viagra enhanced.
If I don't know how stable a pine neck is, but my God, reclaimed wood out of buildings like beams and stuff.
Oh yeah,
you can get like barn beams and stuff. Wow, Eddie shot $350 today. What did they ever do to you?
Wow. That's awesome. Michael Easter. Tiki masala neck that's been fired in a tandoori oven along with dinner.
Perfect. Hey, Papa Blue.
Hey, Papa Blue, yeah.
Bruce's neck's forged in fire. Nice.
Yeah, forged in fire. Love this.
Yes, we got 75 people watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. It helps out with the YouTube algorithms and this and that.
And remember,
let's see. Vince RJ says PRS would not approve of reclaimed barn boards.
Which is odd because he's such a wood purist.
He's the Larry David of the guitar industry. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
hey, Symmetry.
Not because he looks like him at all.
I've never seen the two of them in the same room.
Good point.
That's true. Yeah, Michael Easter. G. Smith has the broadcaster replica made of reclaimed wood with no truss rod in that neck either.
Yeah, Jeffrey. SD Custom. Yeah, I mean something like that. I mean, you can go with a totally different brand company, but if you're
that's I'm curious what kind of music he's playing.
Yeah, because
kind of pickup.
Because I mean, SD Custom,
Thanks, Sean.
as far as I know, that pickup can play pretty much any style of music.
Yeah, like I don't know, like ever since I got it, that JB, I love that JB, the Duncan JB. I know it's a very common. There's a reason it's popular and commonplace, folks.
Yeah,
I think so, Tom. I've never seen the two of them in the same room. I see someone walking around the name floor. I don't have time to check badges. Ooh, nice. 6-string Brian, new guitar, maybe 2 coming this week.
Ooh,
So definitely check out
nice,
6-string Brian show. He's on right before this one on Monday. So if you were bored waiting for me to start, you should be heading on over to 6-string Brian. Maybe one of the mod squad can throw Brian's. Well, I think Brian's a mod. Throw your own channel in.
Yeah, throw your own link up, Brian. And also help support another fellow Canadian.
See, now, if Terry was Italian, that would be Terry's nickname right there. Adam D. What's up, Ben and Terry 3 times? Hey, yo, you know Terry 3 times?
It could have been if I would have been born in Quebec, certain parts of Quebec. There is a French-Italian heritage there.
Yeah, because there's no Italians in Quebec.
Yeah, none of them that are true Italian.
I joke.
Michael Easter.
Everyone's saying hey to each other.
Do you
Thanks,
have
Tom.
any adjectives that give you the willies? Mine is a neck like butter. Makes me want to wash my hands.
Neck like butter sounds like greasy. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
Absolute mayhem.
Well, obviously more than Montreal one, but sure. Q says, $5 says Brian is not getting a Glary or a Harley Benton. Hey, Paul Ewing. Ooh, good deals. Sawtooth Americana STM24 Duncan pickups and a German-made real Floyd Rose for $700 US. That's a steal. Pickups and bridge are worth that.
Yep. Exactly. The rest of the guitar could be a Glary. for at that price point.
It's at the point of the show I go, thanks, Brian, for posting the link to your channel in the chat. I'm curious to see what he gets. Butter roasted neck. I would handle that better. Just because I'm not a big fan of the old maple aroma. Makes me gag.
Yeah, I don't know. Roasted maple might be good for you in that sense. Then, if you
No.
Or does it make it actually smell more like maple?
You forget about this time last year when I had my buddy Matthew Fry, who was in the chat last night, and Dan Orr over here for the in-house show. That was a Sunday show or a Monday show, whatever it was a show, and Dan had his Charvel here, his made Mexico Charvel with the roasted neck. He's like, smell the neck, and I'm like, what? He's like, haven't you ever smelled a roasted? I'm like, no. He goes, it smells like maple. I'm like, all the more reason not to smell. And I took it. I'm like, oh god, yeah, it does too.
Oh wow! So it actually makes it smell more like maple. Wow.
Oh, it does. No, okay. Janice has 9 gerbils. Okay.
What? 9 gerbils? Wow.
A toasted grilled cheese neck is cool. I like that.
Yeah, Ben, you probably could stomach that.
There's always room for a grilled cheese. Just saying.
Oh my god, she had 45 before. Wow. That's crazy. Well, I guess he knew where to go if he needed a gerbil.
Charles says, would love to have a double bound, nice, jade green telly. Whoops. With what? With solid rosewood neck.
That would look sharp. That really would.
That'd be fancy and schmancy.
Well, actually, depending on what the binding was.
All right.
If it was white.
See you, Cushman.
Yeah,
no, I have a real aversion to maple, Michael Cruz. Lifelong dislike of maple. Garlic necks. Count me in. Just don't call it buttery. I dig it, Michael Easter. What we do, I'll do that in setup video, right? And the last thing we do to get a nice feel on this neck is rub a clove of garlic around on the back of the neck, and that really smooths it in. Gives it a garlicky goodness. Love bacon. Symmetry. Love bacon. Cannot have enough bacon. Well, actually,
except for maple bacon.
I went to a breakfast buffet once, and you should not eat 19 slices of bacon, Terry, in a sitting. There was so much salt coursing through my body.
I wouldn't be thinking of that. I'd be thinking about the other end. I'd be thinking about the other end being very easy.
See ya, Martin.
Yeah, see you for a little bit. Maple fudge.
Q2 says 51 thumbs up and 4 Kiesels. Well, I'll tell you. You always hear there's 4 of them that when they go to take a leak miss the bowl.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Some people miss the bowl when they pee, Q. Maybe they were aiming for the thumbs up and they missed. Hey, Jim Cox. Bacon grease would grease up the pipes. Yes, it would.
That's right, Jim. That's what I was saying. After 19 strips, I'd say you'd be freed up pretty good for the next couple days.
Oh, so good. It was so good, and then I felt so bad afterwards. I just had to lie down for a while. Hey, the original Paramutant. Just got from work, chicken tacos and Canucks. Nice. Christian Hunter's making his own bacon.
Trips to making bacon, 235 degrees for about 20 minutes.
You want some bacon videos? That Q2 channel is probably going to have some bacon videos on, I bet.
Yeah, that's right. Q, you really should do more videos on bacon. I'll approve that, but that's still funny.
Ed says roasted maple is done in oven, but under a vacuum. Okay, not something you can do. What about a convection oven? No, that's not a complete vacuum.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense because you're trying to get the moisture out of the wood, right? So you'd want something that was vacuuming and sucking the moisture out. Besides naturally with the heat. Oh, nice, Q.
Very cool. Well, we're halfway through the show here. Yo, the one, the only, Mr. Sexy Pants himself. Darth Vapor and Terry 62 Gs. What's going on? Multiple unveilings this Wednesday's Metal Wednesday. Metal!
Very nice box.
There's your promo. Torrified maple. That just sounds like some weird old maple tree that looks half diseased and is about 500 years old.
Sounds like something that would be in a horror movie. Torrified maple.
Stay away, that's the torrified maple. Don't tie me to the torrified maple and leave me here. Yep, that's how tonight's show's been going, for those tuning in. Perfect.
No, I know it'd be bad. Torrified bacon.
I don't know, but the way I've seen Q cook a steak, he damn near petrifies it.
No. Oh, so
I think he uses ketchup to rehydrate it, Terry.
That's what I was just going to say. Is the ketchup is the rehydrate it.
Yeah, otherwise
that makes sense.
I kid Q because I love him.
Now the question is to Q.
Adam D's like, that's just horrifying. Damn.
Now
I always had some coke come out of the nose, not the good kind.
What is Q's preference for ketchup? Is it Kroger's brand? Is it Heinz? Is it some other brand?
French's?
Yeah, French's.
I don't know. Is French's ketchup even available in the U.S.? Even though it's an American company? Hey, George or Greg.
I think it is. They have the mustard, so...
Just tuning in. I'm the only one with a volcano. Hey, you'd brag too if you were this high. No, you're not the only one in the chat with a volcano. I'm not going to say who also has one, but I know somebody has one that's in the chat.
I don't think you need to actually say because it has been shown on the channel.
It has, but I'm not throwing them under the bus. Heinz only. Come on. Well, that's not true. What if we ship you In-N-Out Burger ketchup's cute? Although, is that Heinz? French's makes ketchup? Yeah, after the Heinz fiasco here in Ontario, French's basically took over as the ketchup du jour.
Yep.
But that's what I was wondering, if that was like, they just slapped their name on it, Terry, for Canadian distribution,
Yeah.
But they don't even necessarily, because French's started in Rochester, which is right across the water, so. Well, Janice, I would say you can wait.
Time to call one of your food delivery companies then, Janice.
Q will deliver. Anything else is just Heinz mopped up off the floor. Nice.
Pretty much it.
Oh, excuse me. I'm going to join you, Janice.
I was just going to say, there's actually
ketchup is catsup.
Brands of ketchup. Yeah, there's
catsup is ketchup.
Catsup, yeah.
Another good deal. Sure. Strap, mahogany body, roasted maple neck, stainless steel frets, polished and rounded off ends. 200. Wow.
Wow, that is crazy. That is a truly.
Rutex joining in. Nice.
Little beavers like ketchup. If you want to call little kids in Canada little beavers. Maybe that's a Quebec thing, actually.
No idea. McDonald's ketchup's watered down. It is. It's nasty. Greg says, hey, you guys know that black pearl plastic pickguard material you see around? Yep. What color would go good behind that on a guitar that's not black? I've seen guys do it on reds, translucent reds, or solid reds.
White.
The black pearl.
White's a very popular one.
White, yep. What's up, Doug? Everyone should check out Down Back Corn Doug. Cornhole podcast. He makes me say it every time he appears in the chat. Or check us out on tomorrow night. The two of us do NAS Canucks. We talking NASCAR restrictor plate racing this week. Talladega. That's right. I'm going to watch some of the races after we do this show tonight. Because I got to do my homework. I find it's easier, Terry, to comment on the races if I've actually seen the races. Just saying.
Well, hey, you can't let Doug get a one-up on you.
That's true. He's like, you need to call me ASAP when you're done. All right, or you can call me. That's fine. Apparently, they put more sugar in Heinz ketchup in Canada than America. True. I've heard that as well. Well, I can't say it's true, but I have heard that as well. So, yeah, welcome to Canucks with ketchup. Or ketchup with
I was just going to say that, Canucks with ketchup. I actually have had a bottle of the French's ketchup, and...
Why are you calling me now? All right, fine. You know what? Hello, you're on the air.
I thought you said to call me, to call you.
Yeah, like when the show's over.
You suck anyway, so I'll talk to you later.
Well, there you go, folks. Our first ever phone-in caller on the show. I don't know what Canadian bacon is. Because we just have bacon. That's all marketing by evil Americans. Oh, this is Canadian. When do Americans ever know about Canadian
bacon
culture?
is.
That's
he had some on his channel the other day.
Did he?
Yeah, he did a video and he was like, "This is bacon, and it's a round, flat thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's freaking ham."
Yeah, that's ham.
It didn't even have any. Cornmeal around it to actually call it pea-meal bacon or Canadian bacon. It was just ham.
Back bacon. Okay, yeah. Female bacon, back bacon, ham.
Back bacon is actually more like English bacon. English bacon, they have more of the fat back on it. When I found that out the other day, I was like, sounds good. Getting back to what Greg had asked about with the black pearl.
I was just thinking the same thing, Quentin. I was like, man, I can go for some bacon right about now. Could be with that last bowl kicking in, too.
Further on that, thoughts on that. Yeah, transparent finishes probably would be good. Some solid finishes. Another color that actually does look not bad with black pearloid pickguard that I've seen is blue. Like a dark blue.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Guitar Man 45.
Hey, Guitar Man.
I prefer that too, Christian.
A slab of ham.
Now it's bacon talk. Was ketchup, now bacon. This is what happens when Q shows up. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I'm saying.
Hey, just remember, if we ever want to talk about American food companies or grocery stores, we should have Q on for his expertise on Kroger's.
We could. Let's see. Do they even consider Avril Lavigne music in Canada? Well, Mayhem does, because he's friends with the family. Or his family's friends with their family. I don't know.
I do.
Sure, I guess. I don't know.
Mind
I remember
you,
I couldn't name a song, but she had one called Skater Girl or Mall Girl or I don't know.
Skater Girl.
Right, yeah, I remember
Skater
that.
Boy. Sorry, it was Skater Boy.
Skater Boy, right. I just remember
That
the
was
lyrics
the
like
big
hanging out at the mall. I'm like, what mall? You're from Napanee. There is no mall. Well, there is. Technically, there's a mall, but it has 6 stores. It literally, it's an indoor mall.
She could have been
but
in Toronto.
But she wasn't. She grew up in Napanee, 20 minutes down the road.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. She could have been.
I think Mayhem babysat her at one time, for God's sake. And she babysat Mayhem's kid, I think. So,
yeah.
I like Roxette.
It was a shame that she's passed away.
It is. I dug Roxette back in the day.
Vocalist.
Yep. Plus, they were a pop band, but they had a guitar. I'm like, that works.
Yeah.
Is there any place to skate in Napanee? Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
the parking lot of the 6-store mall, because nobody goes to the mall because there's only 6 stores.
Maybe with actual skates, hockey skates, or ice skates. Oh, there we go. Charles 75. He says, "So tell us about those Canuck Buckers."
Well, they are, like I briefly mentioned earlier, they are a replica of a DiMarzio Super Distortion. Come on. Thread the needle. There we go.
Yes,
including
actually,
double
G12,
cream
she
bobbin.
died in this last year.
So, yeah. Don't remember the output numbers. 8.5 output? So hotter than a PF.
And getting back to Greg, there's a prime example there. Black pickguard on blue.
Hey, Les. Kevin Bacon's band opening Easton, PA when I was in grad school, the Fabulous Bacon Boys. Yep.
Actually, I think Kevin Bacon is still doing his band.
There we go. All right. We'll put that back. So, yeah, cool. They're available. Pickups are available at renofin.ca, no triple W. Link down below, even. And then there's under pickups, there's CWG pickups. And there's a whole lineup, a range even,
Now, are the humbuckers actually, or the P90s, are those Canuck P90s, or are they just standalone P90s?
No, they're my own. Well, actually, they're Travis's idea. Well, I gave him a basic idea. The neck is a more modern. No, it's a more vintage style P90, and then the bridge is an overwound P90. And if I ever install it, it's been sitting on the amp for a year. I got a stacked P90 back there that I'm supposed to install in it to prototype, so we could release that. So a humbucking P90, I guess. I don't know what it is exactly. I haven't tried it out yet. Doug asked, what about Pop Atlantis versus Dark Atlantis after Mike Peluso did her dirty? Yeah, when she got, what's his nuts there from Foo Fighters on drums. Oh, what's his name?
Pop Atlantis was okay, but I actually...
You can do that on television. Atlantis was my favorite.
Yeah. The darker, more musically expressive Atlantis, I think, is better.
What the hell was that guy's name? Who's the drummer for the Foo Fighters, folks? Jesus, it's bugging me.
Dave Grohl?
No.
Oh, Dave Grohl does play drums for Foo Fighters at times. Or Foo Fighters, sorry.
He did on the first album, and he did on the one album when Taylor Hawkins. Taylor Hawkins was in rehab at one time, so. Nice. It's all good talk, though.
Very thin.
Let's see. Greg had asked, do you have your own pickups that you make? I don't make them. They were made by my buddy Travis, who owns Reno Fin Custom Guitars. He makes my line of pickups. He makes my signature guitar. He makes some other cool stuff, too. He does a couple signature guitars for my buddy Modi. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to think. What? Oh, God. I'm drawing a blank now. I'm terrible with names tonight. The guitar player for the Spoons, maybe 80s band, Canadian band. Yeah, their former guitar player. He's got my P90 set in his custom guitar that Travis built for him. Actually, he built it largely to my spec.
Be careful, Janus.
Exactly. Hello, Rory. It's about bedtime for Rory, I'm thinking. I feel like holding a Stratocaster for some reason.
Oh, welcome, Dana, New Jersey.
Yeah. What's up, Dan?
If we missed you. Kevin Bacon's brother-in-law is a guitarist Mike Stem, or is it Stern?
Yeah, you were, Doug. You were definitely more Parachute Club than the Spoons.
Mike Jones, Kevin Bacon. He's delicious. Speaking of which, since you have that guitar there,
yeah,
does it have lace sensors in its future yet, or?
Whenever I get off my ass and put them in, yeah. Yeah. Well, Richie was going to do it, and then that didn't happen. So, I don't know.
I was going to say, you could send it to me and butcher it, as some people say I do to guitars.
Well, the funny thing was, I was thinking, I forget who I was talking to the other day. I was talking on the phone with somebody the other day about, like I do all my own work and stuff, blah, blah, blah. Boner Jams asked, Ben, any new tattoos on the way? And yes, Rory just went to bed, just wanted to say hi. Nice. When I can afford it, sure. I'd love to. I've got a bunch of work I'd like to get done. Whole shopping list up here. But yeah, it was funny. As we were talking, like I do all of my own repairs and setups and blah, blah, blah. But prior to starting my YouTube channel, I had largely stopped doing that to the point where I didn't even like changing my own strings. And it was just, I'd rather just drop a guitar off, get it set up, and during the setup, have them do a string change. So I just basically do a setup every string change on the guitar.
You were in Robert Baker mode then.
I was, well, no, I essentially hired a tech to maintain my gear.
Yeah.
And it was someone I trusted, and I had, at that time, I think I had half a dozen guitars. Did I have half a dozen guitars when I started my YouTube channel? Yeah, I probably did. And so, and that was Richie. Richie did all my repair work, setup work, just because he gave me the friends and family discount. So it was like, for $20, give it the once over with a string change. I was like, done, because I was gigging every weekend.
Yeah, sure enough.
And working, so.
Ones and Zeros asked, that Strat is a nice color. Is it a 90s Strat Plus or Plus Deluxe?
Neither. It is an 89 US standard.
Which
Same color guitar that Clapton played at the time. Bob Mould played one identical to this as well. Although, actually, Bob's was identical to this. Eric's had the lace sensors in his. So that's why at some point I am going to put the lace sensors in it. Just because. Make it a Clapton. You know, because everyone thinks Clapton Strat, it's a Blackie or something. Like, no, I want... The Clapton I remember was like the mid to late 80s Clapton.
Yeah, I would say that was about the same time when I started getting into Clapton, was basically when that Strat came out and Fender started promoting it.
Well, it's like I kind of knew who Clapton was because, you know, because largely to my dad's generation, he was their Eddie Van Halen in many ways, right? So,
yeah.
And by the mid 80s, you know, you would see Clapton in the Michelob commercials. You know, he was in TV commercials. He was, hell, I remember, I could be wrong, for a year or two, he toured with Dire Straits. Like, I remember just every time you'd see Mark Knopfler play, there was Clapton in the background. You know, and if Clapton was playing, there's Mark Knopfler in the background. So, I don't know. They're hanging out, I guess. And, you know, and it was Clapton with the shorter hair, beard, sports jacket, strapped with lace sensors.
No problem, ones and zeros. He says here, thanks guys, been reading a webpage about the plus deluxes. Kind of got that on my brain right now. Nice. Yeah, if you can
welcome,
find
by the way,
one. If you can find one for a good price, there's nothing wrong with them. Not to mention you also get to hear, especially the ones equipped with the lace sensors, you get to hear those first gen original lace sensors. They do say there's a slight difference in the first ones that were made for Fender and what Lace currently produces now.
And yes, I am aware that Clapton did play an SG and a 335 in a prior life. Dogpa, quite aware. Symmetry saw the Clapton and Knopfler together. Nice. What's up, Doc?
Thanks,
Mickey
Randy.
Settlemeyer.
If you're wondering, for those that are obsessing about my hair and why it's extra curly, it's because I conditioned it earlier, just before I came on the show.
Phil Collins on drums with Clapton, right? Yep.
Ooh, that would have been nice. Clapton and Collins.
Well, you know, because guitar being more mainstream and blues rock still being a thing in the 80s, you know, like we saw a lot of those events on TV, right? Like whether it's award shows or Live Aid or stuff. And there, at some point, there's always a jam session of some kind, you know, and especially when it's a single artist, right? Like obviously if it's a band, they may bring somebody on. But if it's Clapton, you don't know who's coming out with Clapton, you know? And because it's Clapton, you know, it's like, oh, like say Phil Collins is playing drums. Sure. You know.
Ringo Starr's playing drums.
Yeah, Ringo Starr's playing drum. Sure, makes sense. Sure, or Mark Knopfler's backing him up. Right. It's like when you would see Ronnie Wood perform, and there's Keith as his backup, as his rhythm guitarist. Okay, sure, why not?
Oh, nice, Laz. Yeah, that would have been nice. A 96 plus deluxe with gold laces in them. And that was it too. Like those deluxes were pretty much what the professional high tier was. I don't know if Fender had anything higher than the deluxes back then. I don't think they did.
Let me think. At that time, no. Early 90s, I don't think so. I think, it was basically the deluxe was. There's the standard. There was the deluxe.
Yeah, I don't think they had American Deluxe until probably 2000s. I think that's about right.
Well, there was they on and off all through the 80s. There was some form of premium, like they had the Ultras back in the 80s.
Yeah, the Ultra was the premium. Sorry.
There was always something on and off, but half the stores, I don't know, you would see one of them at the end, of the rack, but it was just standards because if you're going into the guitar store to buy a Stratocaster, you want a Stratocaster. You want 3 single coils, passive pickup. That at that time. Nowadays, completely different.
Oh, that's good to know, Laz. Laz says it's on his homepage on his YouTube channel.
Nice. Dang, we've almost hit the hour already. So
Nice.
I should mention some things. Before I think? First, we want to thank, because the show is sponsored. We should mention that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Lawrence at the beginning of the show. I think he's been lurking since, or he's building pedals while listening. Perfect.
I'm ventured to guess with how busy he is, he's probably listening. He was on a lot last night.
He was.
So
definitely we'll want to thank Lawrence at LPD Pedals. Currently, was it the Dutch? Is the current limited run available? But it might already be sold out. The Rival Delay's already sold out. So I think you can get an 87 Deluxe, 68 Deluxe, 74. I think that's it. That's his whole product line. There we go. Extra shout out tonight, Lawrence. That's right. We'll just shout out your entire product line. Who do we have next? Reno Fin Custom Guitars. We were talking about them earlier. They make that guitar back there. They make pickups, custom built the spec, Canadian product, Canadian materials. Great stuff. Tesi Switch. We love Rob over at Tesi Switch. Use coupon code Canucks down below. Save 15% on your next purchase. Hello, Michael B. Rob's a good guy. He's more than just kill switches. He's got pedals and pickups and picks and pick guards and knobs and
he's got a nice selection of
cables.
Here and
there. He's got basically a music store going on without guitars and amps.
Yeah, you're right.
At this point, pretty much. So it's really cool stuff. Check him out. Who do we got next? Epiphone. Well, you don't have tone unless you have Epiphone. Adam Reaver, owner and chief bottle washer over there. He's been in the tone lab figuring out, you need this, you need that to improve your tone. And he can set up a mean guitar too. Just saying. So check him out. Tell him Ben sent you. Don't have an affiliate link or a coupon code with any of that stuff. Sorry. But just tell him I went by. Vibraprint, of course. Great company for your custom printing needs. Canadian.
Of course.
There you go. There's a coupon code for them too. Brad Miller likes them. Just saying. Of course, there's Flipside Music. We both love Flipside Music. They have over 1,000 pedals in stock at any given time. So that right there makes them cool in my books. So Ike, Dylan, others that I can't remember their employee badge numbers. They're moving into a new location soon. Well wishes on the move. Bigger. It's going to be awesome.
Yep, bigger store, which means they'll have more showroom. They'll be able to do some more interactive YouTube stuff. So
carry more gear.
Yep, carry more gear. I really am hoping that they do get into the new place. Ike and Dylan and them have been awesome.
I hope with the new place, they all of a sudden they have 2,000 pedals available at any given time.
Oh, wow. That would be crazy.
Wouldn't it? It'd be awesome. So yeah, check them out. There is an affiliate link for them. And then, of course, our friends over at Ardens Music are preferred Canadian retailers, 3 brick and mortars, and a website. Sean is the owner of the fine establishment. Got it from his dad, Arden. Don't know where they got the name for the store, just saying. So, there we go. Good guy. My dad dealt with Arden. Now I deal with his son, Sean. Amazing how it goes. 2 generations of shopping at that establishment. And, of course, we got our good friends over at 10 Solo Music, Emery. He's got some cool stuff as well. What has he got? Guitars, amps, pedals, and then accessories. And there's a link for them down below as well. Perfect.
Yep.
So I think that I got everybody there, and we definitely, and we might as well shout out the Patreons while we're at it. If you want to help support the channel and get a shout out on this show, you can be a channel member. You're green in the chat if you're a channel member. So, but Patreons don't stand out. So I just got it. Well, what did I? Oh, it's a styrofoam. That's not fragile. All right. So let's see. We've got the Patreons. Patrons
Oh,
on
it's
Patreon.
the Ibanez debate over again.
I know it's Ivanhoe. Yep. Want to thank Johnny, Charles Green, Keith H, Mickey Suttlemeyer, Joe C, Absolute Mayhem, Charles 75, and Brett Guitar Miller, Knucklehead Zero, unfucking believable, Jose Benito Martinez Jr., Todd Flowers, Blackjack Guitar, because he's not a nut anymore, Craig Tomlinson, John Z 351, Grumpy Mike Guitar, Fruitcake Tony, JP Page 2, The Bent One, Bent Tom, and of course Randy. Handy Randy Crooks. I'm sure he hates being called that. He's a cool cat. He's got guitars. Did you get that Music Man yet there, Randy? I'm curious.
He said it's in Jersey.
It's in Jersey. Well, that doesn't help you. You're in Iowa. That doesn't make
jeez.
sense. The company's in California. It went past you. They missed you. You didn't receive the catch. That's the problem. Got it. Right.
He must be shipping it your mortal hatred UPS.
I'm not comment.
It
I don't comment about that company anymore. That's it. I don't talk about them anymore. So,
yep.
Yeah. What else we got going? I don't think we had any last minute questions. That reminds me, is the D-Tuna any good? Does it work or is it fiddly? No, once you calibrate it, she's good to go. I got one. Come on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, don't you have one on a guitar?
I do. Shabam! And it's just a bingo, bango. D.
Funny on one of the most un-eddiest guitars that you own.
Oh, I'd say this is pretty Eddie-like.
Well, not really.
It's the only one I have with a locking trim system.
True enough.
So that's why it's got a wiggle stick.
Yeah, that's true as well, too.
If the man was to walk into this room, what guitar would he pick up and play? Actually, probably one of the Tellys. What do you got going on over here?
Hey, Super Gigawatt.
Hey.
Mickey Suttlemeyer.
I'm not going to disagree with the dog pup.
Yeah.
Just saying. Fumbalaya.
My friend's still trying to figure that out. His debate on that Paul Reed Smith he picked up for a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because he got the good deal on it because somebody, for some reason, actually buffed off the Smith on the headstock of this custom 10. And it's like, I'm still amazed that somebody was able to buff off something that was raised up. So if you look on the headstock, instead of it saying Paul Reed Smith, it says Paul Reed as and a slight bit of the M.
Hey, Johnny. What's up?
Hey, Johnny.
So let's see. Any parting words, my friend? Wrap things up here. Certainly. After we had that marathon last night, man, my voice is starting to go. Which, by the way, thanks again, Phil McKnight, for coming on and everybody that tuned into that. The show it did well, folks. Well, we hit some records on the channel, and it was fun. And we probably could have gone a bit longer. Like, we went a little over 2.5 hours, and then Phil and I talked for another hour off air, because Terry knows, because he had texted me and I didn't reply to him for an hour.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, that was nice." And yeah. And, we had a nice chat, which was nice.
Hope everyone's doing well. Apparently everyone seems to be doing well. Again, I hope everyone is doing well with their YouTube channels. Having a good thing in life. Again, a small little South kind of promo.
Let's throw a link to your channel in the chat there, in case folks haven't checked out your channel. We still got 56 people watching. Should have mentioned that before we had a dozen people just bugger off. But my bad.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm actually starting to get closer to 1,000 subs.
Symmetry, and Jim. Hello, Jim. I have had Dave on the channel, but technology doesn't like him. We were having some hassles that night. Terry remembers, he was trying to moderate it, and we were having some audio issues. He couldn't really hear me, and then we had delays, and we might give it another shot. We'll see. I don't think I could get them both on together, though.
Yeah. So if you could help me further with my subscription level and my view time, that'd be awesome. Again, I'd like to get monetization, not only to help me, but also to be able to give more back to you folks that actually do watch my channel. Again, whether it be guitar bass related, maybe a video game giveaway, or maybe some trading cards. Still happen to be sitting on these that I've opened, but maybe if I reach 1,000, I might be willing to give away some cards to people.
Nice. And I see a few people saying hi. I missed him in the chat. I think we got Johnny Bean in here. What's up, Johnny Bean?
Hey, Johnny.
Just wrapping things up.
Fruitcake Tony?
Okay, Ed says Phil's how I felt. Yeah, Phil's been giving me some shout outs every week. Thanks again, buddy. I do appreciate it. And Terry and I were talking off air. I went up by 100 subscribers in the last 24 hours. So welcome all you new folks. So it's been awesome.
So, I mean, again, please support the positive people in the community.
Yeah.
Don't support
There's lots of great
people.
Lots of great folks here in the chat.
Yep.
Like Fruitcake Tony, and he's got a couple good shows. Johnny Bean, of course, man. Laz is doing stuff.
Yeah, even if it's just a sub and an occasional view. That's all you gotta do.
And if you don't know which channel, because I know some channels in here, they don't have, you don't know if they have stuff or not. Just type in the chat, "I have stuff," and that will tell the other folks to check you out.
Yeah.
Just say, I got stuff. I got stuff. I have stuff. Sure.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
There you go. You got one last question before we head out.
Will I be talking the Topps cornhole cards that are coming out?
And that is legit. I've heard rumor that Topps is doing a set of cornhole ACL players. Yeah.
Well, that might be something to discuss yourself on your channel. I could talk about it in the future.
I was going to say, it'd be worth grabbing a pack or two to bust open a pack or two, and just to see, with the appropriate tags, what happens with that versus.
Yeah, if you can actually try to find it, or if you can find a way to get a pack of it or something, let me know.
I don't think they're out yet. They're not out yet.
Let me know, and I'll do it on on my channel, and probably would be a good idea to do it on your channel too.
So Janice has stuff. Dane has stuff. For sure, Tony.
Yep, Zoom's guitar.
Nice.
Extra little shout out here before I'm done to Janice, who's been so awesome in watching all the YouTube channels that she does and follow. Mm-hmm. So again, Janice, thank you again for being so awesome.
See, that's how plugged in Doug is. He knows everybody in the set.
Oh, jeez.
It doesn't surprise me. Like, he's been going at it now for what, a year and a half with his YouTube channel, and he's watched the sport grow, and he's had a lot of great guests on there. So there we go. We're fully into overtime now. This is great. I agree, Tom. Yeah, the new space looks amazing. So on behalf of Terry, I'm Ben. This has been Canucks Guitars out this week. What do we got going on this week? Tuesday, nothing on this channel. This channel's dark, as they say, because I'm doing the NAS Canucks show with Doug tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check out NAS Canucks. Maybe Doug could put the link to that in the chat, or one of the mods can put that in the chat. If you're into NASCAR, check it out. Wednesday, I'm doing Nez Says with Dave Nesdall and Ty Price. That's always fun. Wednesday, also on this channel, we've got a demo coming out of, I don't know, one of those pedals. Yep, one of those pedals. That's the preview. One of those pedals right there.
Something on the board.
Something that's sitting down on the board at the moment. Being test driven today. Just saying. Thursday, anything happening? No. Oh, I got Thursday off. No, wait, babysitting. I think I'm looking after Sam on Thursday. So there we go. Yep, perfect. Thanks, Tom.
Maybe a future Sam video.
Maybe. Friday, we'll have another demo of the other one of those. The other one of those, Terry, on Friday. So one of those on Wednesday and the other one on Friday. Just saying.
A thingamajig.
And the other. Yep. And there we go. So there's that. Oh, I'm supposed to get together with Mayhem this week. That's right. Do a guitar swap. Ooh. Sending back one guitar, grabbing another one in for demo. So, a guitar that I flaked on demoing previously. So, yeah. And thanks. Wow. Yeah, and that says as well. And there we go. Look at that. There's two channels in there. I don't know which one. Oh, yeah, they're both the same. So we got NAS Canucks in there twice. Perfect. Other than that, this coming Sunday, on Sunday Night Hang, we have Mr. Rick Romanelli joining us.
Ooh, nice.
I'm really looking forward to Rick coming on. That's going to be a lot of fun. He reached out. And so, yeah, really look forward to Rick Romanelli. And then, of course, the following Sunday will be Mother's Day. So we'll have my sister coming on because she's a rockin' mom. And so that'll be the Mother's Day show. And I can't remember who's coming on the next week after that. Actually, I have some guests booked for once. Perfect.
So if you want to be on Ben's show and get advanced booking, email him now.
There's an email down below. If Scott Brockway. Well, Scott, you can hook me up on the messenger there. If you're friends on social media or something, like reach out just through social media or the email down below. And the only thing I'd say is if you're a professional musician, we can talk about that. If you have a YouTube channel with content, we can talk about that. Can there please be? Well, what do you? All right. Yeah, I got your thumbnail, Doug. Before we wrap things up.
That's easy. Just get a picture of a Zamboni.
What do you want? This one?
That was perfect.
Or this one?
Hey, you said you wanted a new picture of yourself.
And yes, Doug is not bald. That's just when I was only halfway through shaving his head.
Hey, he looks like he's from Tekken. The fighting video game Tekken.
Yeah. You want this one, Doug? Promise we haven't taken any photos together in a number of years, so we'll use that one. Would you be happy about that one? So there we are.
He looks like Girl from Squidbillies.
That's right, Tom.
God. Sounds good.
He's going to have some hot dogs. Nice. So yeah, on behalf of Terry, thanks for coming on. Subbing in for Tommy Boy there.
No problem.
Thanks to my mod squad for helping out with the links and anything else that's going on there. Yeah, Doug. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Doug. We'll talk tomorrow. Yeah, so shares the Mod Squad, shares the channel members, patrons, channel sponsors. As always, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you. Why? Because Doug's wife is real. That's right. Karma is real. So be good to each other. Have
a safe and great week this week.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Until Sunday.
Exactly. We'll be right back here sooner, if not later. Yep. That's it.